Hi, and thanks for watching again. Before we get started, please like and subscribe if you enjoy these videos. It really helps. But today we're going to be doing a fun shootout comparison using two output tubes. And let's see if we can get this in focus. But there you go. I'll have close-ups, photographic close-ups later on in the shootout. But basically these are going to be EL84s. And so I'm going to be using the same amp that I used in my two previous videos, which is a modified Vox that I made into sort of a class 5 amp. But the first tube we're going to look at is this guy, and this is what's called a 7189A. It's pretty much an EL84, although the pins are a little bit different, but you can safely swap this into an EL84 based tube amp. It sometimes doesn't work the other way around, meaning that if you have an amp that's built for the 7189A, depending on how they wired that output tube, you can't really swap that with an EL84. But because my class 5 or my Vox is an EL84 amp, I can throw this guy in without any problems. So it's pretty much an EL84. The big difference being that this accepts a higher plate voltage. A 7189 is an EL84, which is also called a 6BQ5. And then that's where we get into this guy, the other tube. This is an 8BQ5. So this is a 6BQ5 and 8BQ5. I found this in a thrift store for $2. Had no idea what it was, never heard of it before. So I did a quick search before I bought it, although it was really cheap. And I found out that the pinouts are exactly the same, so I can use this in an EL84 amp. Did some further research and found out that the main difference between these two is that the 8BQ5, 6BQ5, 8BQ5, the 6 and the 8 refers to the heater voltage required. So the regular EL84 or the 6BQ5 requires your typical 6.3 volts on the heater, whereas the 8BQ5 wants to see 8 volts on the heaters. And so judging from the research I did, some people said you'll have no problem just swapping an 8BQ5 into an EL84 amp, and some other people said that you do have to rewire the amp to supply the heater with 8 volts, otherwise you won't get sufficient performance. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play the same loop that I used for my 12AX7 shootout, and I'm going to swap these two tubes, see if there actually is a huge difference because of the difference in the heater voltage requirements. So I'm going to be running the 8BQ5 with the 6.3 volts, the regular voltage for the heater, which is in a textbook is not enough to run the 8BQ5, but we'll see how it sounds. And so I'm just going to jump into the comparison. Let's see what it sounds like. Okay, so that was a quick comparison, taking a look at two different output tubes in a little 5-watt amp. Please share your thoughts in the comment section below. I'd love to hear what you all thought. And again, as usual, please like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. And thanks for watching.